Okay, let's get started, because God forbid our morals and integrity are state dependent. Okay, so, not gonna lie, we outward fearful avoidants love to act like we have morals and integrity. And I don't think you'll understand exactly at what level. Like in our head, we are good people, we are honest, we are fair, we are loving, we are loyal, we have a lot of empathy. We don't play games. You're hearing that? Yeah, but damn, chill. I didn't say 24/7, because that stuff, it's only true when we are not activated. Also known as, we don't have real morals and integrity. And, I also lied. I'm not a fearful avoidant. I'm only playing one for this video. Also, we really do think we are all those loving things. We do think we're all that 24/7. But the truth is that at the moment we feel pressure, that whole integrity things becomes very, very flexible for us really quick. And the f-stop part, we don't experience it as, damn, I'm being fake right now. Damn, I'm a double standard asshole. Hell no. We experience it as, yep, this makes sense for me. So, what's happening inside us? Well, the second we feel pressure, our amygdala flags it as a threat. But not, oh, this is uncomfortable. More like, we are about to lose control. That type of threat. Like you just stubbed your pinky toe on that annoying square metal leg of the couch. That split second where your whole body tenses, heart races, because you know pain is coming. Also known as, the body is now activated. Heart rate up, chest tight. That restless, I need to fix this now feeling. And it is strong. It feels like our body is going to explode if we do not act immediately. And when that hits, our prefrontal cortex doesn't give a single flying F about morals anymore. It switches to, reduce this feeling as fast as possible. Now honesty, that feels like exposure. Accountability, that feels like losing position. Telling the truth, that feels like putting our head on a hot stove. Or more, like putting ourselves on fire. Why would we? So, what do? We think our way out of it. We twist it. We justify it. We reframe it. We know how to do that. It's a familiar path. Literally anything that gives us back control and lowers that internal pressure and discomfort. Like if you have OCD or binge eating, you know the feeling when you try not to act on the urge. When you try not, it's the exact same feeling we get if we don't act. And the craziest part, when we do this, it works. Because we actually feel better after, at least in the moment. So our brain goes, see? That was the right move. But listen, okay? No matter what the mechanism is behind anything we do, it is no excuse. Plain and simple. It is only explanation, that's all of it. We can stop this if we really want to. We can. Is it easy? No. Do we see the impact? Hell yeah. But are we possessed and powerless over our own choices? Absolutely not. So how it plays out in real time. So anyway, the truth is that we will switch up. Withhold things, twist the situation, say something that lands sharp AF. And we know it. And in our head it's like, well, what else am I supposed to do? Meanwhile, from the outside it's like, bro, you dead ass, you just said the opposite yesterday and did the opposite this morning. And if you call us out on that, you're the one that's going to feel like you are losing your mind. Because we sure as hell are going to give you a reaction that makes you question if you were delusional or not. The answer is yes in our. So we will literally go, what? What do you mean I'm not like that? No, that's not me. And if you put documented, stamped proof right in front of our face, that does not change anything. It just makes us deny it stronger. To stay in my role as fearful avoidant, I want to ask you this. please subscribe or I feel abandoned and I might read into that a lot. Just kidding. But please do subscribe. So, we deny your documented proof even stronger. But sometimes, only sometimes, when you call us out, we might go, oh God, you're right. I've never seen it like that before. And we act terrified of ourselves. But then, the next morning, we act like that realization never happened. Because, well, it never did happen, if you ask us. And sure, we don't sit there thinking, I'm going to manipulate this person. But we do know when a certain move gives us control. Oh yes, we do. We do feel when we have shifted the dynamic back in our favor. And we do lean into that. And then we wrap it in some pretty explanation so it still fits the image we have of ourself. You know that image, our holy image? And if you don't agree, the door's right there. Welcome to justification. Let's take a walk through the excuse garden. We don't say, I avoided accountability. We say, I just needed space. It was suffocating. We don't say, I said something to hurt them. We say, I was just being honest. Can't I be honest? And we will stand on that until the ego drops. So is that sad? From the outside, it looks like they have no morals. From the inside, it feels like we are just responding to the situation. And it's valid. We will come up with 1 billion excuses and compare it with the most ridiculous stuff you're ever going to hear. Okay, roleplay time. Let's roleplay. I'm the fearful avoidant, you're my partner. You go. Why do you say you're not a liar when you literally just lied? Us? Oh, okay. So if a nurse doesn't tell the doctor's diagnosis to the patient, are they lying all of a sudden? And you go, bro, it's literally a policy in the hospital. You're doing the most. Us? What do you mean? They don't tell the patient to protect them, right? I did the same thing. I was just trying to protect you. You, please stop talking. Yeah, you all get the point. It is giving, oh, so I'm a cheater just because I cheated once? Okay, so does that mean if I use lip balm, I'm a makeup artist now? That's the level. And still you all sit there asking yourself why you were seconds from going literally insane. These dynamics, you dated crazy. That's why you felt crazy. And this is exactly why it's dangerous. Because we're not acting out of our values in those moments whatsoever. We are acting out of whatever gives us relief and control. And then convincing ourselves it aligns with our values after. Are the values in the room with us? Hello? No, exactly. That's what I thought. So all this twisting and justifying, where it can actually lead to betrayal without you even knowing, I explain in the video on the card right here. So, real morals. What do real morals and integrity actually look like? Well, it's not what you say when everything feels good. It is what stays consistent even when your system is under pressure. Like, obviously, it's easy as hell to be honest when telling the truth doesn't cost you anything. That's sit back and relax. It's easy to be loyal when you don't have a reason to regain control. It's easy to be kind when you're not triggered. But that's not integrity, that's comfort. Because integrity is when your system is screaming, get out, flip this, regain control now, and you still don't switch up. And well, that is exactly where we fold, as you could tell. Let's look at what we actually do. We say we value honesty, but the second the truth might make us look bad, we start editing the story real quick. We say we value communication and openness, but the second we feel exposed, we shut down or dodge it, like our life depends on it. We say we don't play games, But the second we feel like we are losing control, oh yes, now we're strategizing the whole world together all of a sudden. We say we care about the person, but the second we feel overwhelmed, we prioritize relief over them every single time. So what we actually have is not integrity. We have conditional behavior based on how safe we feel, also known as how much control we feel we have. In that moment, we are operating from survival and nothing else. And real integrity, it is boring as hell to us. Because if you look at it, it is consistent, it is predictable, it does not bend every time emotions spike. And that is exactly why we struggle with it. So yeah, it disappears the second our system feels threatened, and we don't even clock it while it's happening. And if we outward fearful avoiders don't see that, we're going to keep thinking, this is just who I am. Instead of, this is what I do when I'm activated. And those two are very different things. Obviously. And by the way, let's get something straight real quick. We do have morals, like we know what is right and wrong. That's not the issue. The issue is that access to those morals, it depends on how safe we feel. Because morals is what you believe, and integrity is what you do when it actually matters. And us, we got morals in theory. Yep, really good ones too. But okay, fine. The second our system feels threatened, we start negotiating with them real fast. Don't get fooled. And remember, survival for us, image. Also known as long as we don't admit the lie, we are not a liar. And let me give you one example. We care more about not looking like a cheater than actually not being one. Which means that if we cheat, oh, you're not going to hear about that. Because in our head, if it's not exposed, it doesn't count. Welcome to Fearful Avoidant Logic 101. So listen, okay? I am still in my role as fearful avoidant here, who has emotionally cheated and lied and God knows what, and would have rather cut her arm off than ever admitting that. If you have any type of suspicion about a lie, about any type of cheating, about something not adding up, you trust your body and not us. Not us. No matter what we tell you, especially then. Because us telling the truth, that's like putting your hand on a hot stove. It will not happen. So listen, okay? No love, no dynamic. Nothing you say or do, or what we said to you or whatever, will ever change that. The only way that would change is if we ourselves choose healing. And with that, stop being an effing liar.